like Perry said, she woke that up. Mom pulled that thing and that thing jumped out and she passed out. It's like, count the G's and I'll never do that.
You're counting on that.
Your dad got mom one day. One of those little frogs that you mashed the bulb and it jumped. And he had it in his hand. He walked in there and squeezed it and it jumped out at mom. She just flashed it over against the wall there. Fortunately, she didn't slide to the floor.
Usually she kept herself when she hit the wall. Slide a little way, but she wouldn't go all the way down.
Carl and I had been married 11 years when we got Helene. We thought we were so good. And Grandma says, okay, I've got some really important things to advise you about. And I said, uh-huh. She said, don't teach your girls to milk. Okay. I'm in accounting and Carl's in trucking. What do you think? So I said, Mom, Grandma doesn't want us to teach the girls to milk. She says, yeah, that's because she gets to see the boys every day because we'll not have.
That's come home milk cows.
That's come home milk cows. You get to see them
Tell
once a
these
day.
girls not to learn to milk.
You betcha.
But those boys would be going to work or something, she said.
But Louise and I decided we wanted chocolate milk one afternoon. Mom and Dad's gone. They never left us all the kids up there. But anyway, they did.
Yeah, I can tell you
So
why.
the cow was up there and we were going to milk her so we could have some milk to make chocolate milk. Well, the poor cow, I don't know. We never got enough milk.
Rookies.
I'll tell you, one time Leonard got me in trouble.
Oh.
He bought this 410 shotgun. Walt got out there catching chicken, so I said, I'm going to get this thing. I didn't know how to shoot it anyway. I got it out there and it had a clip in it, you know, and we had to pull it. I run out there, I had to point up there, I put it, wouldn't kick the shell out. Hit it, bam, went right through the window.
I wanted to say that in 1946, Carl had a 4-H club ticket. It was a white one. Maybe it was before in time. I don't know what. But anyhow, you had those. They scrubbed them with a brush with soap and you rinsed them. In those days, you didn't have a hose. You know, you carried the pails of water out there. And I had all these towels. And then when we got through, we'd spray for baby powder on them. So I'm not going to get dirty. So I put 3 milk cans over here in the corner, and I got this pig behind here with all the soap and the water, and I'm scrubbing him, and I've got him clean, and I'm rinsing him, and I'm trying to dry him with a towel. I'm going to put this baby powder on him. And about that time, that pig shot against one of those milk cans, and I didn't want it to get away, and I was trying to, and it just dragged me right in the mud and the pig.
And the blood and the tears, trust me on that.
I'll tell you something about her. She, when I moved up to Delco, after I got out of service first time, I had 2 horses down there that I was going to take up there with me, and we had them out there. And Louise was over there petting old Tony, and she was petting me. Oh, she hated to see him go. And all of a sudden, wow! In her arm. I think she was about ready.
Oh, it's just bruised, horrible.
That horse out right now.
Took that order or not.
But you can tell me about driving that 8 model.
Oh, that A model was. Mom driving the A model was what was fun.
Even better.
I don't remember what we was doing over on the north. Well, anyway, but the A model was right on that section line over there on the north side over there. And Dad had something, so he had to take it back. I think horses or the tractor or something. He went back. Well, how are we going to get the A model back to the house? Mom, I'll drive that A model back here. I can drive this. But you have to remember, this A model was a 31 model I think. And this was probably at least close to 20 years later. And it's been there, been back and forth. Went to California a time or 2, I think. But anyway, so Mom gets out there and gets on it. And I was just telling Clyde a while ago, if we'd have been a little older, we'd have said, yeah, Mom, you take it, we'll just walk on. I don't think she missed a ditch. Not too many fence posts. And she got home and she shut that thing off and slammed the doors. I ain't never driving this thing again.
And the whole crowd cheers.
I didn't know she'd ever drove anything but a tractor before.
When she drove the old Chevy, old 26 Chevy we had from
That's what somebody
one
was
place
saying.
down, they had a big old canyon down there, and our house sat over here, and Uncle Joe and them sat down on the other side of that canyon there. We had to go up here in the road, and county road, and go up there. Well, she decided one day she was going down there with that old Chevy. So it got out there where you had to crank it. It had to crank it. You had to crank it. Cranked that thing, got it started, and she went up there and drove down to Uncle Joe's place down there. Got down there. She had laid the crank on the floorboard, the running board, and it fell off. Then we didn't have no crank to start the thing. Go back home. We had to walk home.
Did the great go back?
I think there's a little thread of things. You talking about letting get you in trouble. He got me in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't 4 years old.
Yeah.
He came in on leave one day, right after Dad bought that 47 Ford tractor. And we was building the fence down across there. And had this little rack on the back of it and had a post on it. Well, you was having to drive up, stop, get off, throw a post off. So you decided there's a better way of doing this. Gene, you get on that tractor there and you just guide it down through here and I'll walk along here and throw these posts off.
4 years old.
Okay, this is working good. Till we went over a terrace. Uh-oh, here's a stretch post right there. I'm standing on the clutch on this Ford tractor, jumping up and down. I ain't even enough nice clutch down. Needless to say, I mean, we're in first gear, just idling, moving fast as you can walk. We run up against the post and died. Mom come down and insisted I did not get to drive the tractor.
You didn't really want to.
Oh, I thought it was fun. It wasn't long after that they had to hide the key to keep me from driving.
Yeah, Jim would drive it, and he was riding on it and fell off, and the tractor run over and broke his hip.
That's that whole time. You got blamed for that.
I thought,
Dad was driving that.
All
Yeah, he
the,
got blamed for that.
all the boys were gone from home, and I don't know where the youngsters were anyway. And Dad said, well, you can drive the tractor. Well, I didn't know how to drive a car. I didn't know how to drive anything. So
It's genetic.
Yeah, I believe I can do that. So he puts me on the tractor and I'm driving anyway. He walks all the way across. I don't know, he was come over there and I thought I was doing a good job. And he come over there and he said, are you riding the clutch? What's that? Well, you don't do that. Now, I think that was my last time to get to drive the tractor. Well,
I used to get Dad all the time, and, you know, I like watermelons, so we'd plant, and I'd plant a whole terrace with watermelons, and the vines would grow out of it.
well, the older kids had it harder than we had it. Much harder.
This is all the same generation.
This dysfunctional family that we come from, I won't tell you who said that, but anyway. But I remember one time Gene and Jim were like my kids, they were little. So we go over to the pond and we take a little swim over there. So we're coming home. I swear I'm a good person, but I wasn't that day. And I told the kid, I shut my eyes and I couldn't see, and I told him I was blind, and they was leading me by my hand all the way from the pond, all the way over. Feeling so sorry for me. So it was funny the moment they were doing it.
but you didn't get that stove with you.
No, I got my share of it, but not that.
I heard them tell stories about Mom sending them out to get a switch to whip each other with. I never did see none of them switches.
Yeah, she never switched. She just grabbed just went.
I don't see how any of us didn't have shoulder problems. Dancing around in circles.
That also is genetic. I can remember my mother doing that. Not to me.
I come home on leave one time, And Gene had these little horses, I wasn't big as nothing. He said he got them from the King Ranch or something.
Oh, I get them horses.
Dad looked at those horses, he said, that's the smallest things I've ever seen.
They weren't very big. They were good.
Then Carl had an emergency appendectomy and I was home from Norman and you know, we never learned to milk cows because mother said not to. Well, mother and daddy said they were having to take Carl for this emergency appendectomy and go down and get the Griffin boys to come up and milk this cow. And I said, okay. And I said, oh, I can milk that cow, you know, and it wasn't a problem, you know. So I get the cow.
Local chocolate milk.
It was a brown cow.
I got the cow in the stall and I poured in some grain for it to eat, you know. And I'm up there and I'm pulling and we did about 3 drops now and then the poor cow was tired and I dump in some more feed, you know. And I finally said, I think I'll give up. And that evening I went down and got the Griffin boys to come up and milk the cow.
I thought you was gonna say you got whacked by the tail with the
Okay, we don't even want to know what was on the table.
It was cockleburs, take my word.
Oh, really?
Oh, they used to have
I was
cockleburs.
gonna say, what was the stucco?
Oh, you have a cocklebur and they
They hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Looked like you've been separated Wildcat.
So Dad,
Wildcats would have been
Dad
better.
worked on the ranch all day, and he'd come in and go. So one time decided, I'm gonna go out there and plow this field out here. Them mules, so I got them all harnessed up and hooked up to the plow and went out there and I was trying to hold the plow. Perry was trying to drive the mules and he was pulling them this way and we was going that way and this way and that way. And we wasn't getting no plowing done. Dad said, all you got to do is just let them mules go the way they want to and so they'll just plow straight through.
Mules know more about it.
Yeah.
Thought so.
And we were talking